Hello, it's Adam Belch here, also known as ABanimationLtd, with episode 7, I believe, of Better Than Wolves tutorial series. Or is it episode 6? I think it might be episode 6, but it's probably going to be in 2 parts. Or I might just have an episode 6 and episode 7. But this episode is going to be all about the final stage of Better Than Wolves, the technology tree of Better Than Wolves. Which is called the New Age, because it doesn't actually have a name, and this part of Better Than Wolves is absolutely huge. There are all kinds of things you can craft with some things we'll be unlocking, like steel and anvils and stuff. And before I get started, I better just mention most of the things we'll be crafting in this video involve steel. Soul-forged steel ingots. Now, each steel ingot requires 1 filled soul. Say if you needed 14 ingots times 8 netherrack, it's quickly going to get into very high numbers of just and wasting your pickaxe and stuff. So there is a more effective way of doing it, and that is through the blood trees. Now, I said in the last episode that I wouldn't be using the blood trees, but I didn't really realise how useful they were. Now, I'm going to show you how to craft the blood tree sapling, and the crafting recipe is you basically need 1 of each sapling. I have the normal oak sapling, pine, I think it's pine sapling, the beech sapling, and a jungle tree sapling. Now, you also need nether wart. One last thing you will need in the creation of the blood sapling is a filled soul urn, which I have here. So we're going to put all these things in the stewing pot: nether wart, 1 soul urn, and 1 of each sapling, like this, in any order. And as you'll see, it starts cooking. Now, this will create the blood tree sapling, as you will see in a second. When this finishes cooking, here we are, bloodwood sapling. Now, these can only be planted in the nether and only on soul sand, so we're going to head down to the nether through my portal. And, we will enter the nether. Oh dear, the achievement's reset. I just updated my Better Than Wolves 3.6.2, and in doing so, I think the achievement's reset. Now, I think I really do need to get a texture pack. Well, that's nothing to do with this. Now, I've already planted a blood tree sapling in this room. Now, you're probably wondering, why don't you just plant it outside? Why does it have to be in this cave? Now, you have to be very careful with these saplings. There's like a catch to them. It can be useful, but it can also be very dangerous. Blood trees will, once a sapling is planted, in fact I'm going to cut down this tree just to show you what happens. It makes screaming noise. Actually cut down the whole tree and plant a new sapling. Now, it doesn't seem too bad so far. I actually have these blood wood in my inventory, which is when I can get to it. Oh, I have a new sapling as well now. There's a new way of getting souls or soul urns. Now, I've just planted a new one on soul sand here. Now, when this grows into a full tree, it won't stop growing. Basically, wherever there are branches or you know, out of the side of a tree, new logs and leaves can start growing, like branches of a tree, and it will grow indefinitely. So, if this cobble here wasn't here, then a branch would probably go right out of here, and branches can grow off other branches. So, a branch could come out of here and literally just grow everywhere. And if left unchecked, it could engulf the entire nether. That is how bad it is. Now, that might not seem such a bad thing, but it is, because then you wouldn't be able to get anywhere, and basically everything that lives in the Nether would hate you. And as a matter of fact, if you plant a blood tree sapling, if any of the if a zombie pigman, now I'm on peaceful here for tutorial purposes, but if a zombie pigman sees you plant a sapling, it will become hostile. So you've got to be excuse me, I just clear my nose. You've got to be careful where you plant them as well. It can be a bit of a risky business with these things. But the positive side is, once you harvest them and get this the bloodwood, like you can see here, I'm going to head back now. But it will only grow while you're in the Nether as well, so that could be a problem. Let's head back. Okay. I've taken this back with me, and I'm going to show what happens when you cut it using a sawmill. Now, when you cut regular wood at a sawmill, of course you can. Oh dear, it's those cows again. You can chop a log, an ordinary log, into planks and sawdust, which you don't get when you craft. Now we're going to turn on the blade and place this here. Now, you get, from each block of wood, you get 2 soul dust. Now, this is like, sawdust only contains souls. Now, I'm going to chop it all this. And as well as the soul dust, you get these red coloured planks, which is the same as you get from the jungle trees. So, we can use these to craft just normal. It's the soul dust we're interested in. Now, I think I actually need that. Now, this soul dust can be used in the same way as ground netherrack. You can filter it to fill up an urn with souls. Now, I think this already has 4 souls inside it, so we're going to put in another 4. But instead of getting hellfire dust, you'll get sawdust. Okay, and now we have 2 soul urns. I don't know what that other one is for. Okay, now we have soul urns. As you have probably guessed, using the blood saplings instead of grinding down netherrack, which takes a very long time. It is more effective. The aim here is, of course, to make steel, and I'm going to show you how to do that. What we need is a crucible. Now, in the blacksmith forge, I have here my stewing pot. I'm going to put the crucible right there. I'm going to show you how to make this. The crucible is one of the forms of pottery. It was the only type of pottery that I did not cover in the previous episode, which was, of course, about pottery. So we'll head over to the pottery workshop and switch on the turntable and put the old clay block on there, and you need the first shape of unfired pottery, first stage. We went straight to the second stage, which was the planter, in the last episode, and we'll cook this just as normal. So we'll turn on the bellows and batch it, and that will go right in there. Now, when this cooks, which will take just a minute, so I might as well stay here. As you can see, I've got a lot of stuff in my inventory for this video. Took a lot of preparation. In the end, once I had single player commands, when I actually got the blood trees up and running, and I tested it, it was still taking a very long time because of the amount of iron I needed to craft literally everything. Well, steel even. It was still taking forever even though I had blood trees, because the urns needed to be crafted, and I had to mine the iron, and okay, here is the crucible. I forgot to mention. You can put things in it, basically, and it cooks. Now, let's turn on this crucible and the bellows. Okay, now the idea here is that the crucible has quite a lot of uses. It doesn't just make steel, well that is one of the things it does. Now, place cobble in there and it will act in the same way as a furnace. It will turn cobble into smooth stone, and also if you put any metal item, so any metal tool, so a gold item or an iron one, I don't think it works for diamond because that's not metal, and steel items also, you can actually melt them down, so you can actually like get the ingots back. I haven't tried this yet, I assume that. So say if you had a really rubbish golden pickaxe and you want to make a clock instead, you could melt it down in crucible and you get 3 gold ingots back. So this could also be used to repair items. So for example, if you had a very damaged pickaxe, you could repair it just by melting it down and then recrafting it. Of course you wouldn't get the sticks back, but hopefully by the time you've got a crucible you'll have enough supplies to get near infinite sticks. Okay, now the next thing, this is probably the most important thing that you can do with a crucible, is the creation of steel. I have a lot of steel here. I actually did cheat it in with single player commands because of how long it was taking. Now, to make one of these ingots, a steel ingot, you'll need 1 iron, carbon powder, which is created by grinding down coal in the mill, which I think I've already covered, and a solar. Now this will cook. Now I've never really got why you can't just use. By the way, it's a new feature of the mod. If you, I better not, because it would actually destroy what I'm trying to do. But with version 3.6.2, bellows will actually blow items. So if I drop something out, it will blow it. But I don't want to, because I'd lose it. And here we have a soul forged steel ingot. Items that can be crafted need a special type of crafting table made out of steel called the anvil. It's shaped like this. So quite a bit of steel, relatively. And the anvil, I actually have one here already. I'll have 2. When you use it, you get a larger crafting area. And quite a lot of mods actually have advanced crafting tables. This is an example of one, an anvil. And this can be used to craft new items using steel and other stuff. We'll get started by showing how to make 2 new types of tools. First being the battle axe, I think, is one. But to do that, you are going to need these special handles. You can't use sticks for handles of steel tools. You need hafts. I'm going to quickly show how to make a haft. You'll need a moulding, chopping up planks at the mill. You will need, if I can find it, glue to and a strap. The glue sticks the strap to this moulding here, and you get a haft. And this is a more sturdy, stronger, like stick. Yes. Now, I think I'm doing this right. I haven't actually made this yet, but you can make 2 new tool types. I'm actually multi-purpose. Oh yeah, as you can see, you can create refined pickaxes and stuff, just like ordinary items, but more advanced. Now, I've put a steel ingot here, and I get a mattock. Now, this is a special type of tool. It acts as both a shovel and a pickaxe. So, if I can get somewhere where I can quite easily demonstrate this, let's see. As you can see, it digs through dirt very quickly, and digs through mines through stone just as quickly. So it is basically a multi-purpose tool, very useful. Now, the other multi-purpose item you can make, when I move you, is battle axe, which I've mentioned already, I believe. Here it is. The battle axe serves as both an axe for chopping wood and for fighting mobs. Now, I aren't going to demonstrate right now because of for time reasons. This video's getting pretty darn long already, so we will skip that part out. Now I want to relatively briefly, I would think, show the new armour, how to make it. First we are going to need I have here a helmet, leggings and boots. We're going to make the breastplate now to finish my full set of steel plate armour. Now, no wait, I don't need this on. I'm forgetting myself again. Now, for steel armour, you don't just need steel like this, you need armour plates. Now, these are crafted using, what you need is padding. Padding is created like this. You need a feather and fabric, made out of hemp fibres, and you get a piece of padding. Combine that with 2 straps and a soul forged steel ingot, and you get a new armour plate. Now, the breastplate requires 2 of these steel plates, here and here, and steel ingots there. So that is 14 steel ingots altogether, just for this breastplate. So, yes, it is quite intensive for crafting stuff, I suppose. And here I am in my cool looking new armour. I have a battle axe. So, this is quite epic, as they say. Full set of steel armour now. Steel armour is as good as diamond. I don't think it's as durable. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess I should mention steel items, because they are soul forged steel, have better enchanting chances. I think what I'm going to do is melt down the matter, because I need steel ingots. And I don't have enough. So while that melts, I'm going to make right now. I need something first. I need my composite bow, which was something I made, I believe, in episode 4. It might even have been 3. A special bow that shoots further. Here, yep, composite bow. One of the qualities of the composite bow is that it can shoot these special arrows, broadhead arrows. But first we actually need to make a broadheads that go on the arrows, and that's what I need steel ingots for. Over here. Arrange steel like this, you will get 16 broadheads. Now these are the tips of these new arrows. You will also need this and this, and you get 4 broadheads arrows. Now, only the composite bow can shoot them. They will do a lot of extra damage than ordinary arrows. I may test it out on one of the cows, because you can one-shot a cow. The last thing I'm going to show is something to do with the anvil. You can create sidings out of smooth stone. So, smooth stone sidings, like that for example, and you do get them back, and these can be cut up even further into mouldings, and further still into corners. So, just like the wooden ones with the sawmill, but use an anvil instead. Now, I'm not sure how we can break apart smooth stone with your bands. I suppose there's tools involved, I don't know. today. So just take a look here in the inventory. I think most parts of this, what's going to be in this video, have been covered. Not all of the new age items have been done yet, because this is going to be a two-part finale. The next episode, we'll use the anvil to create objects such as block detectors, block dispensers. I think you can create like lasers, or something similar to lasers like light beams. It's one of the newest features to the mod. And that will probably be the finale, and at some point Better Wolves will be updated, and when it is, I will talk about those changes. So that's all for now. If you find this tutorial helpful, a like would be appreciated. Subscribe for more. At the moment, I'm on 9 subscribers, and I think over half of them are people I know from school. And I mean, my subscribers are increasing, but subscriptions are always appreciated, and of course, so is feedback. I'm not going to stop asking for feedback. I really would like to engage with the audience a little more, because I do have quite a few regular commenters. You know, 3 or 4 people who comment regularly, and they're generally full of praise, which is good, I suppose. But again, feedback's just appreciated anyway, as are likes and subscriptions, and I'm whittering on again, because that's what I do. And that's all from me. Bye bye.